If you know this series, you're probably thinking, am I watching the wrong show? Because, as you know, On the Chase has been pretty much this.
Pá, tá clássico.
So, why am I running into this almost dead flat ocean, trying to surf non-existent waves in this On the Chase episode? A series where I chase perfect barreling swells to capture eternal memories. Well, I guess my mind started dreaming of scoring barrels in a place few would expect it. That's how Rio de Janeiro came to my mind.
Pá, dá para surfar. Não está de sonho. Não está nem o Chile nem a Irlanda, mas ao menos não estão menos 5 graus. E eu não trouxe chinelos.
We all know what Rio de Janeiro is famous for.
Samba de Janeiro.
And perfect barrels aren't exactly on that list. Of course, there are some amazing days, and that's what we had in mind when we decided to book our tickets. But at this point, I was just eager to get that first surf under Rio's famous sun. Well, as you can see, it seems Rio had other plans for us. But for now, everything felt fine. It was the first day of the trip, and I had just met up with my long-time local friend, Samuel Igo, aka Samuca. What could be better than sharing a few waves at his home break, reliving all the great surfs we had together?
Olha à esquerda. As pequeninas são...
Cara, viciado na esquerda, cara. Vai na direita,
Só
cara,
que
na
a esquerda.
esquerda.
Ainda estou todo preso a viagem. Isto é só para justificar se eu não surfar um
Although it was a fun session, it was a quick one, as the famous Brazilian backwash cut things short. So, it was time to consider other options along this beach break. For a split second, we almost believed we'd catch some barrels at the sandbar, but we quickly realized the reality.
Estás lá tipo uma hora para dar um tubo.
Exato, então
E é um tubo à porta.
Saquarema, let's go. Alright.
Saquarema, let's go. Maracanã do Sul.
Knowing the swell would drop in the coming days, it was time to pack up, as we were looking forward to some solid, fun surf at Saquarema.
Agarra lá.
Vai, manda.
Isto é uma equipa de dois. O cameraman também tem que trabalhar.
Peraí.
Para além de gravar.
Vai, mais um bocadinho. Estica o braço.
Vai,
Queres
ajuda
ajuda?
lá.
Queres ajuda?
Essas.
Mesmo ajuda.
Mesmo.
What no one could help me with was preparing me to enter hell on earth, the insane Rio de Janeiro traffic, which honestly is so f***ing absurd, it should be a world attraction. To make things worse, we made the rookie mistake of leaving during rush hour. Samuca had warned us, but I guess we didn't believe it could be that bad.
Meu pai, se vir este vídeo, mata-me.
Mas o teu pai tem que perceber que à frente está assim.
No caso, apanhaste um plano em que até estava a andar. Um plano milagroso.
Even our local friend, who should be accustomed to this, was nearly angry with life itself, a rare thing to see in any Brazilian.
O mapa diz 34 minutos a 34 minutos.
Eu não estou acostumado.
Estou. Eu estou acostumado ao Google Maps a me dizer 1 hora e demorar 1 hora.
Então pronto, então prepara teu psicológico, cara, porque tá chorando. Respira. O trânsito não é justo. É igual a nossa vida, né, não, cara? Ela não é justa. Então é assim, parceiro.
7 hours later, and after countless reflections on the justice of life, and after a few billion breaths, we finally arrived in Saquarema.
Primeiro onda chase original, tipo pato de banho mesmo.
Fully prepared to surf whatever was in front of us, and let all of our frustrations go.
Felicidade vai brilhar no mundo. Que beleza, que beleza, que beleza, que
As the world knows, Brazilians are masters at seeking the good angles in life. They're naturally happy, so it's almost impossible not to soak up that Brazilian joy. And that was exactly the spirit we needed to venture further north in search of one more surf in less crowded waves.
Alta zona. E olha o sol. Já viste? Nesta aqui o vento vai estar melhor, nesta ponta aqui. Bora! On the chase! Até sai com o sotaque. Esquerda?
Esquerda.
After a classic road trip setback, we found the perfect offshore wind. As for the waves, well, that was a whole different story.
Pelo menos descobrimos o offshore.
Yeah. Só faltou descobrir as ondas acima de 30 cm.
Ali é sucessão.
Oh.
Rasga a parede, tufo. Outro rientezinho, pufo. Espera, espera, espera. Mais um, tufo. Aí acabou.
Acabou. Está feito o surf.
Já era, pode ir pra casa.
Next morning was more of the same, beach after beach.
Dá mão aqui.
Tá fechando perfeito. Ai,
Vamos pô, Rio!
But we couldn't go back to Rio without stopping for a local lunch on the road, something Samuca had insisted we try since we arrived. The fresh sugarcane juice, squeezed on this quirky machine, gave us a natural sugar rush, perfect for the long drive ahead.
É bué da bom. Eu achava que ia ser meio estranho, meio sabor a madeira, é bué da bom.
Pair this drink with 1, 2 or even 3 servings of local chicken, wrapped in crispy pastry, and life is perfect.
Esse é o meu, entretanto.
Yeah.
Abraço.
já era. Acabou.
What didn't look quite as perfect was a promising barreling swell. The sharks showed it was fading faster than expected, and although we grasped to that eternal surfer's hope, our brains were already beginning to accept the reality that it would be tough to catch those barrels Rio De Janeiro sometimes offers. Back in Rio, I had a great surprise. Finally, a left. Perfect for stretching the body after another bit of driving mission.
Ao menos é a esquerda. Ao menos já estou a ganhar. É a esquerda, já estou feliz. Estás pronto para o sprint olímpico? Para passar estradas no Brasil é assim.
Muito bem, Lula. Parabéns por isso, você tá parecendo o Bob Esponja, mano.
I gave my knuckles a rub for that money spider web cracks on the mirror. I see someone but not somebody. If I could, then I would. If I could, then I would. If I could. I let my demons take hold and choke on me. Can't fill these holes that I'm digging. Can't stop my heart when it's sinking. But if I could, then I would. If I could, then I would. If I could, if I could, you don't think I would pretend trouble's coming, but I still don't know when. That's the voice that I can hear.
As you've probably already noticed, Samuca reaps like hell, and, as you also seen, he's always wearing a huge smile. If you ever have the chance to meet him, you will realize he's one of those rare, pure-hearted people. But like many others in this country, his life hasn't been easy. We've all heard these unfortunate stories about Brazil. Sadly, there are many, and all are harsh. Samuca shared a few, off the record for various reasons, while we were walking in the Brooklyn. The name he affectionately gives to Terreirão, his neighborhood. At first glance, you might miss the reality of Brooklyn, as it's surrounded by towering buildings where wealthy people live. So, from a distance, you probably wouldn't see how drastically those buildings contrast with the humble houses and narrow streets of Terreirão. A bit apprehensively, Samuca took us down a few less traveled streets, where he told us about a part of his neighborhood that he usually avoids because it's too dangerous. Out of nowhere, we found ourselves face to face with crocodiles
Olha os tamanhos, mano.
that live in a small river that runs through Terreirão.
Às vezes aparece uns andando na rua aqui, ó.
É sério?
É sério. Aí para o trânsito, todo mundo, pô, mano.
E eles não passam por baixo
Passa pra lá,
do
pô.
coisa? Olha este! Está mesmo aqui!
Samuca avoids to go out at night, not even near his house, just because you can never be too careful. Samuca came to Rio when he was 12, alone, with the hope of building a career in surfing. He's been making it work, and a few years ago, he brought his mother to Rio. We had the honor of being invited to dinner at their house, and although we were pretty beat down after a huge day, we could never say no to a true friend who welcomed us to his city and house with warmth and kindness.
Como é que prefere que eu lhe chame? Mãe?
Manhã, típico do Nordeste, né?
Ok.
Aqui no Rio ninguém vê carioca chamando. É só mãe,
Mas é
mamãe.
como se fosse mãe, não é?
É mamãe. É como
Ok.
fosse mãe. E quando ele veio pra cá, eu fiquei sozinha. Pra não cair não, numa depressão, eu tive uma depressãozinha. E pra não cair eu fui faz droga. Quando eu cheguei aqui, os caras trancaram ele no quarto, ele não me deixava sair. Eu ficava, eu chorava, batia na parede, na cabeça e tudo. E começava a bater nele também. Graças a Deus e a meu filho, hoje eu estou aqui. E se ele tivesse desistido de mim, eu não sei o que seria de mim. Esse é o verdadeiro cuscuz nordestino.
Já cheirou a comida, já apareceste na cozinha, não é?
Tá aqui, ela.
Olha!
Olha, você não vai mostrar, não,
palhaço.
viado. Mas tá funcionando não, pô. Tá funcionando não, pô.
Pá, olha aí, temos comida aqui agora.
Desligou.
A manhã está a trazer comida, vai.
Aí, a Josivânia, a senhora é sinistra. Brutal, Josivânia.
Está gourmet o prato, olha lá, Samuca.
Tá burguês.
Estás com fome?
Estou cheio de fome. Posso comer?
Vai.
Posso? É uma caixeira com manteiga mesmo.
Mas também tu botou manteiga que sua bexiga, mano.
É boa,
Cá,
mas
moleque.
eu gosto de manteiga.
Mas já dor de barriga, cara. É só encostar assim,
Isso
ó.
mata ao coração.
Não, acho que não, é só um susto, cara. Segura, porra. Vai, porra! Ah, você também não.
Agora foi. Vai, já chega.
Então, Lula,
Já
foi bom?
chega, foi bom. Esta doeu.
É mesmo?
Muito obrigado pelo jantar.
As we were saying goodbye, I never could have imagined how much I would miss that mosquito killer. Luckily, I had tape.
Eu sou aqueles gajos, tipo... Sou aquelas pessoas que resolvem tudo com fita cola. Qualquer problema resolve com fita cola.
Well, I was just about to learn that tape can't fix everything.
Lola! Estavas-me a chamar?
Tô!
Não se ouve nada! Porra! O trator está ligado!
Vai ser mais uma bela noite.
Vamos dormir bem, pá!
Dormimos bem?
Não.
Quê?
Acho que não há quase área do meu corpo sem picadas. E depois quando me tentava tapar ficava absolutamente cheio de calor. Olha aqui esta, olha aqui esta. Ah, vai ter backwash, pá.
Já perdemos a esperança do estudo, ou não?
Yeah.
Although we expected it, there's always hope. So, we drove through beautiful landscapes, without traffic since we were heading away from Rio. For sure, the best small barrels I've seen since we arrived in Rio, which wasn't hard since we haven't seen one. As I was waxing, I saw Samuca catch a short, fun one, but by the time I got out, 10 minutes later, they were gone. This was, officially, the first fail of the On the Chase series. Since we still wanted to surf, we decided to wait for the tide to shift, and then we headed over to the sandbank nearby, where some fun waves were waiting for us. As I was heading out, I found myself reflecting on this swell fail. Obviously, I felt disappointed for not collecting those eternal memories I had in past missions, but I also reminded myself that surfing is much more than just epic waves. In fact, focusing solely on them can block your mind in a way as you're only collecting one type of memory. When the swell is on, we tend to focus on nothing but barrels, often forgetting or undervaluing everything else. Would I have gone to see the Cristo Redentor? Better yet, would I have gone with Samuca, one of my best friends, who had never seen this majestic world wonder? What's more important, sharing epic barrels with him or sharing this unforgettable experience? Something that, trust me, no matter your religion, is simply breathtaking. Would I have explored Rio as a tourist, seeking the Portuguese influence, my culture? Would I have learned about Samuca's humble background and see how he keeps smiling while fighting for a better life? I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have done any of that if I was focused solely on chasing an epic swell. In the end, I realized this experience pushed me beyond what now seemed like ordinary memories to me. That's why, on our last surf, I found myself running into an almost dead flat ocean. This would be my last surf, sharing smiles with one of my best mates. For who knows how long.
Oh, the passenger, he rides and he rides. He sees things from under glass. He looks through his window inside. He sees the things he knows are his. He sees the bright and hollow sky. He sees the city sleep at night. He sees the stars are out tonight. And all of it is yours and mine. And all of it is yours and mine. So let's ride and ride and ride.